Hey everybody, Randall here. Welcome to our new series, Hell Let Loose for Dummies, a guide to competence. This multi-part guide will go over the basics of the game and will give you your best chance for success at this game. In this video, I will go over map literacy and the different game modes and what you and your team is going to aim to accomplish in each of those game modes. On the map, your team's held territory is indicated by the blue sectors, as indicated here by this blue arrow. The enemy held territory is shaded in red on your map, as indicated here by this red arrow. Any territory not being controlled by either teams is known as the neutral zone and is indicated on your map as a beige or white color, as indicated by this white arrow. Each sector has specific objectives that you need to either attack or defend in order to win the game. As you can see on this example, the enemy needs to hold western approach and flag position. Your team needs to hold artillery battery and Lviv, and both teams are going to go and fight over Saint-Merry. Next, I will discuss the most important marks that you may see on your map. The first thing I will discuss will be the types of friendly spawns. There are 4 main types of friendly spawns, but the 2 that you will use the most are outposts and garrisons. When viewing the map, outposts look like a triangle with a stick coming out of the top, as indicated here. The green outpost is an outpost that the officer in your squad placed, and the white outpost is an outpost that was placed by another officer in a different unit. The letter above the outpost correlates to which squad that outpost belongs to. If you see an outpost marker that is shaded red, as indicated here, that is likely an enemy outpost that your officer or another officer has spotted. Next, we will discuss garrisons. Whenever you open up your map, a garrison will be indicated by a circle with a flag on top of it, as indicated here. Garrisons, unlike outposts, can be used by the entire team and not just your squad. When you open your map and you see a garrison mark that is shaded red, as indicated here, that is likely an enemy garrison that an officer has spotted that needs to be taken out as soon as possible. If you ever open your map and see a white helmet outlined in red, as indicated here, that is likely enemy infantry that your officer or another officer has spotted for you to kill. Enemy light vehicles like trucks, half-tracks, jeeps, or recon tanks will typically be spotted on your map with a light vehicle ping, which is the white gear symbol that is shaded red, indicated right here. Enemy light, medium, and heavy tanks are typically indicated on the map with this symbol here. If you are an officer and you are the one spotting a tank, it is important to distinguish to your tank crews whether the tank that you're spotting is a light, medium, or heavy, as that will make all the difference as to how your tank crews will engage. Now I will go over the different game modes. In reality, there are only 2 game modes, warfare and offensive. However, I think it is best to tell yourself in your mind that there are 3 game modes, warfare, offensive, and defensive. There is a very easy way to determine what game mode that you are playing whenever you first start the game. When you start the game and you open your map and you notice that there is a red zone or enemy held territory, a blue zone or friendly held territory, and a neutral zone, that means you're playing warfare. Warfare is best described as a tug of war. You need to be attacking and defending at the same time. With the exception of the very beginning of the match, when you're fighting over the neutral zone, you will always have 1 attack objective and 1 defend objective. Therefore, you need to evenly split your resources and units to both attack and defend. To reiterate, the way that you know that you're playing the Warfare game mode is when you open your map at the very beginning of the game. There is a red, white, and blue sector. When you're looking at your map at the beginning of the game and the entire map is red, that means that you're playing offensive and you will be attacking the entire time. When you are playing offensive game mode and you capture a sector, there is no need to defend that sector because it is locked to the enemy. At no point during the match can they get that sector back. So once you capture it, it is best to move on, either to run away or to redeploy to a closer spawn to the next objective. Speed is the key in this game mode, as you only have 30 minutes to capture each sector. If the enemy holds out for 30 minutes over one sector, you lose. If your map is solid blue at the beginning of the game, then you are playing the defensive game mode. Your objective is to prevent the enemy from capturing any or all of your objectives. Once the enemy captures an objective, that sector is now locked to you and you cannot take it back. Therefore, staying and fighting over that same objective is null and void. You should redeploy back to the closest objective that you need to defend. One of the most surefire ways to win defensive game mode during the first two sectors is by defending the default garrisons that spawn at the start of the game. Pushing off of them and leaving them wide open to enemies is one way to most certainly lose that sector. Another note about default garrisons. Regular garrisons placed down by officers need to be spaced out 200 meters apart from each other. However, default garrisons do not behave that way. You can place another garrison close to the default garrison, even if it's within 200 meters. To reiterate, if you lose a sector in defensive game mode, that sector is locked to you and you cannot take it back for the duration of the game. It serves no purpose to you or your team to stay and continue to fight over that sector. Just redeploy to the nearest garrison or outpost and help the rest of your team defend the next objective. Thank you for tuning in to my Hell Let Loose for Dummies guide to competency. If you found any of this helpful, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell notification so you know whenever the next episode comes out.